From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Monday, November 17th, 2025. I'm Steve Prentice. Microsoft warns of potential Windows 10 update failure. The company has confirmed it is investigating an issue in which a bug causing the Windows 10 KB5068781 extended security update to fail to install. It is instead showing numbered errors on devices with corporate licenses. The security update was released on November the 11th as part of Patch Tuesday. Some business Windows 10 users have since reported on its failure to install, and more precisely, it appears to install successfully, but after a restart, fails to apply and rolls back. China-backed hackers launch first large-scale autonomous AI cyberattack. In September, the threat actors used Claude Code AI from Anthropic to, quote, automate and execute cyberattacks in a sophisticated espionage campaign, end quote. They made use of its advanced agentic capabilities rather than using AI only for guidance, and so allowed the attack to execute itself autonomously. Experts describe this as an unprecedented shift from AI as advisor to AI as operator. The attack targeted 30 global tech, finance, chemicals, and government organizations and succeeded in a few cases. Feds fumbled Cisco patches requirements, says CISA. According to a new report from CISA, U.S. government agencies are, quote, failing to adequately patch critical vulnerabilities in Cisco devices despite the presence of hackers who pose significant risk, end quote. This report was published Wednesday after the agency had become aware of, quote, multiple organizations that believed they had applied the necessary updates but had not in fact updated to the minimum software version, end quote. This follows an emergency directive from the agency after uncovering a widespread hacking campaign known as Arcane Door, targeting Cisco adaptive security appliances and firewalls. Current and former federal cyber officials did say that the government shutdown, quote, exacerbated the threat landscape, end quote, by slowing down response and coordination efforts. 5 U.S.-based individuals plead guilty to helping North Korean IT workers infiltrate 136 companies. The U.S. Department of Justice announced on Friday that these 5 individuals had pleaded guilty in violation of international sanctions. The counts were of wire fraud and conspiracy for knowingly allowing IT workers located outside of the U.S. to use their U.S. identities to secure jobs at American firms between September 2019 and November 2022. 3 of these defendants had also served as facilitators, quote, hosting the company-issued laptops at their residences and installing remote desktop software so that the IT workers could give the impression that they were working remotely within the U.S. The defendants also helped with passing employer vetting procedures, including appearing for drug testing on behalf of their North Korean clients. Huge thanks to our sponsor, KnowBe4. Your email gateway isn't catching everything, and cybercriminals know it. That's why there's KnowBe4's cloud email security platform. It's not just another filter, it's a dynamic, AI-powered layer of defense that detects and stops advanced threats before they reach your user's inbox. Request a demo of KnowBe4's cloud email security at knowbe4.com, that is KNOWBE and the number 4.com, or visit them this week at Microsoft Ignite booth number 5523. Cyberattack on Russian port operator aimed to disrupt coal and fertilizer shipments. The Russian port operator Port Alliance stated on Thursday it was in its 3rd day of disruptions resulting from a cyberattack that was targeting key parts of its digital infrastructure. The attacks took the forms of a DDoS attack and attempts to breach its networks. Port Alliance claims the goal of the attacks was to, quote, destabilize operations and disrupt business processes tied to exports of coal and mineral fertilizers through its numerous seaports in the Baltic, Black Sea, Far Eastern, and Arctic regions. The unidentified hackers used a botnet of more than 15,000 unique IP addresses from around the world and continuously changed tactics to evade security defenses, but were not successful in their mission. DoorDash suffers new data breach. This attack occurred on October 25th. In an announcement sent to customers this past week, the company says the information stolen, quote, may have included first and last name, physical address, phone number, and email address, end quote. The incident has been traced to, quote, a DoorDash employee falling victim to a social engineering scam, end quote. The notification does not specify how many users were affected, but they did say it impacts consumers, dashers, and merchants in the US and Canada. This is the third notable security incident suffered by the company. North Korean hackers turn JSON services into malware delivery channels. Building on their extensive experience in using job offers to distribute malware, these threat actors are now using JSON storage services like JSON Keeper, JSON Silo, and Endpoint.io to, quote, host and deliver malware from Trojanized code projects, end quote. As is often the case, they approach victims through networking sites such as LinkedIn, either under the pretext of conducting a job assessment or collaborating on a project, as part of which they are instructed to download a demo project hosted on platforms like GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. Jaguar Land Rover cyberattack cost the company over $220 million. Following up on a story we have been covering since September, the Jaguar Land Rover car manufacturer has published its financial results for July 1st through September 30th and has warned that the cost of the September cyber attack totaled £196 million, equivalent to $220 million in that quarter. The attack forced the British carmaker to shut down production at its major plants and send its staff home. Data was stolen during the attack, which was allegedly deployed by the Scattered Lapsus Hunters group. Remember to join us later today on the CISO Series YouTube channel for the Department of No. If you've ever brought some of the news from our show to your security team, then you need to join us. We'll be digging into the stories that matter most to your security day to day and help you frame them for the rest of your organization. It starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Come and watch the live stream, get involved in the chat, and please say hi. And if you have some thoughts on the news from today or about this show in general, please be sure to reach out to us at feedback@cisoseries.com. We would love to hear from you. I'm Steve Prentice, reporting for the CISO Series.
Cybersecurity headlines are available every weekday. Head to CISOseries.com for the full stories behind the headlines.